When I started understanding how money and credit actually work, that's when everything changed for me financially. There was a lot of things that I was doing with my money that wasn't helping me, that wasn't in alignment with my financial goals, which is to ultimately become financially free. So in this video, I want to share with you guys 6 things that I stopped doing once I became better with money. Thank you for tuning in to this video. My name is Quay Scott. My goal is to ignite financial elevation. If you like what you see here, if you get any value from the video, please subscribe to the channel. If you've already subscribed to the channel, I appreciate your support, but I don't want to hold you guys too long. We're going to go ahead and get started with the video. The first thing I stopped doing was using one checking account for everything. I talked about this in a previous video, but I had only one checking account where all my money was coming in, all my money was going out, and it was causing straight up confusion. I got all my bills going out, and you know, with the bills, the light bills, car payments and all that, they have their processing and pending days that take 2 to 3 days to come out. So I'm checking my bank account and I'm seeing this money, but it's really not what I have because, you know, the car note that I'm paying hundreds of dollars for is pending and it hasn't actually been taken out. And then I'm paying, using my everyday spending for my gas, my groceries, you know, there was just a lot of chaos. And so what I did was separated my accounts and categorized them. So now I have an income account where all my money comes in. Then I transfer that to my bills account for all my bills. Then I got a savings accounts for my immediate funds. And then I have also some miscellaneous accounts for different things that I truly enjoy doing. That way my money is spread out, it's organized, it's real neat. It's kind of like a little system that I got going on, and it just makes everything a lot easier and less chaotic. Second thing I stopped doing was only paying the minimum monthly payments on my credit cards. In my mind, because I'm not financially literate yet, I'm saving money. I'm keeping more money because I can go buy this $200 product and I can only pay $23 a month for it. Not understanding that interest is really eating me up, and the banks, the lenders, are making more money off of me. So they strategically give you the minimum monthly payment for you to pay as long as possible, and they earn more money due to interest. So that $200 product that I thought was $200, by the time I'm finished paying it off by making the minimum monthly payments, I'm probably paying $250, $300 depending on the interest percentage. The third thing I stopped doing was saving in a regular bank account. So a regular bank account only gives you 0.001% interest. So if you have $100 in there, after 12 months or a full year, you might have $100.10 versus putting the money into a high yield savings account. That same $100 may have 3%, 4%. I've seen some even as high as 5%. And so I'm at least earning like $30 to $50 on my money. Now, having a high yield savings account isn't a get rich quick scheme, but if we have money sitting in a savings account that's just sitting there anyway, that we don't plan on touching unless of an emergency, we might as well have that money working for us. We might as well have that money earning some type of interest, and the more money that you put in there, so if, for example, if you save 3 to 6 months of your monthly expenses, like most people encourage you to do when you are saving an emergency fund, if your 3 months is $15,000, if your 6 months is $30,000, 3% of $15,000 and $30,000, that could be a lot of money earned just by sitting there, not doing anything, but still working for you, earning you more money versus sitting in a regular checking account. Now, I do still have a regular savings account, but I use it for my immediate funds. Those are for my immediate needs. I talked about that in another video as well, and I'll put that right here if you guys want to go check that out. Number 4, manually saving money. If you follow me, you know I've told this story many times. So I seen my 401k after being on my job for almost 2 years, and I didn't even know I was contributing to it. I found out I was contributing 5% to it. It came out of every single paycheck. I never missed this money because I never knew it was even going there. So once I seen my amount that was in my 401k of money that I didn't even know was going into it anyway, I adapted that mentality to put my savings as automatic. So now I was contributing 5% to my 401k, my company was matching, so that was 10%. I was already saving 10%, but I was going into my account, going to my checkings, transferring it to my savings, and just doing it manually. But sometimes I wouldn't, depending on how my bills and my income was looking. So what I did was went and automatically took that 10% out of my direct deposit, put into it a whole different separate savings. So that way it was out of sight, out of mind. I didn't even know I had it. When I log into my main bank account, I'm not seeing it. And I just sat there and let it pile and let it pile and let it pile. And that 10%, I always tell people, it's small enough to not miss, but it's big enough to see results. The 5th thing I stopped doing when I got better with money was using a debit card for all my purchases. Now, before I get into this, I will say, do not try this if you aren't already financially stable, if you aren't financially disciplined. This can help you if you know how to use it, but it can hurt you if you don't. But to my point, I use credit cards now for every single purchase. I have all my bills on auto pay. not including my mortgage and my car payments because they don't allow you to use credit cards. But all my bills, my lights, my water, my gas, internet, all of those things are on auto pay on one card. I receive, I believe it's 1.5% cash back on all of those, and then I have a separate card that I get 3 times the rewards points for any gas, dining, or groceries. These are things we have to buy anyway. I have to pay my bills every single month. I have to put gas in my car. I have to buy groceries. I have to eat. You know what I'm saying? That's dining and fast food. I might as well get rewarded for it. I made a video on TikTok not too long ago how I earned $200 in 1 month just by paying for things I have to pay for anyway. And I'll actually make a separate video of that and post it on here so I can really break it down on how it works and how you can put your bills and your money in a system to where you kind of just managing it and you don't have to do all the work manually every single day, every single time you get paid. Number 6, I stopped spending money on stuff that I don't like. A lot of people have this misconception of me of I don't like spending money, I'm a penny pincher, I'm real tight with my money. It's not that. It's just I learned that by spending money on stuff that don't bring me any value, that's not beneficial to me, I'm taking away from the money I could be spending on things that I truly enjoy, that actually brings me value, that actually benefits me in my life. Because if I'm buying this and that just because I have the capability to, because I have the money that says I can buy it, doesn't mean I have to. And that was a mistake that I was making. I was like, oh, you know what? I get it anyway. It's only this. You know, it's only that. I got $100. You know what I'm saying? But I'm not thinking that, man, I like going and doing this. And it may be more expensive, but if I stop spending so much money on the things that are less expensive that I can easily afford and start saving that money to go towards the things that I like to do, then I can do that more. I like going to NBA games when LeBron James comes to town. I like traveling. I like to, go and experience different things that may cost, now I don't want to say a lot of money, but in comparison to the money that I was kind of wasting, if I kept all of that money, I could do more of those things that I really like and truly enjoy. And that alone really changed my whole financial game, because now when people see me and they asking me like, bro, how you able to do this? How you able to do that? I don't waste my money. I don't waste my money. It's that simple. Like, I can't explain to you to the T or in all the details, but once I stop doing that, now I'm truly able to enjoy the things that I actually enjoy. Those are the 6 things I stopped doing once I got better with money. If you got anything that you stopped doing when you got better with money, put it down in the comments below so I can see it, so the other viewers can see it, and we can all learn from each other. Again, and as always, thank you to everybody that tuned into this video. If you haven't subscribed yet and you like this type of content, please hit the subscribe button, share this video, like this video, all of that good stuff. And again, if you have subscribed, I truly appreciate all the support. I will see you guys again on the next video.